Guys, welcome back. I'm sorry, Loki's back here. You are one of mine. One of mine. We've been trying to make this video for a while, and I said, I don't care. I really don't respect his authority. And Loki's just like, I love you. So, yeah, we probably won't be hearing much about the Allfather. Let me tell you why. I swear it's nothing I did, it's what I am. Honestly, that's the truth. This came in. I read the dedication. And I'm like, it makes sense now. I can't be the odd one out to the extreme where I am with Odin and people that work for Odin, serve Odin. I'm a Lokean. I'm a Lokean up and down, sideways, back ways, front ways, every ways you look at it, no ways. Um, I giggled back here. I was aiming for that. And Lokeans can work with Odin from time to time, but we're not of his type. We have our own moral code, which is not a bad one. We have our own way of dealing with things, and we have our own way of keeping everything together. Loki tends to collect, please take this the right way, the walking wounded. We've seen a lot of shit, we've been through a lot of shit. That doesn't mean we make good soldiers, as Odin seems to think it does. It just means we're fucking holding it together our own way, thank you. And the way we deal with our problems, at least the way I deal with them, is we fucking ignore them. I know I've got personality flaws, and I know where they come from, and no amount of bringing them to the surface and exaggerating them is going to help me get over them. They are fucking there. They are how I cope with society. Somebody's back here about what doesn't kill you gives you unhealthy coping mechanisms. Exactly. Lokeans survive. We can often thrive, and we're usually pretty damn happy people. And then the Allfather comes over and ruins everything because he's like, oh, they're survivors, huh? I'd like them. And I just knew it was a mistake, and Loki knew it was a mistake, and I realized what Loki did. Loki let Odin have every chance possible get everything Odin wanted because he's like, I know this is a mistake, but there's only one way he's going to learn. He's going to learn by watching this not work. And I'm not even going to read this book because I'm like, because I will tell you one thing. If you're supposed to work with a god, it feels right, it feels good. You're ready to go places and go on an adventure and everything else. I come from the English department, so to speak. I have a major in English, I have a major in creative writing. And we did do play work. We didn't have the theater to go to because the theater people would not let us, but we would do plays. And if you've done enough plays, um, and you're used to getting into character, we didn't do a huge number of them, but we did enough that, um, we would talk about when are you doing stagecraft? When are you playing a character who's in love with someone? And when are you really in love? It's why so many people that, play love interest end up getting married. And while for some it was the true thing, for others it get quietly divorced later because they were just caught up in the moment and they were caught up in the romance and caught up in these emotions that you make yourself feel. And once real life set in, the mundanity of it, it didn't work. And I will be grateful to Odin for what he taught me, but then again, Odin could have been Loki. Because it was awfully suspicious how goddamn quiet Loki would get. I heard back here because I serve the crown prince of evil. That's why he's back here. He's not evil, but he knows I like to tease him. Anyhow, it could have been Loki. It could have been Loki all along because Loki thought he needed me to learn stuff and he needed me to do stuff. At least I didn't spend a fuck ton of money on stuff. Because something was wrong too. Last night, Odin started to ask me about whether I was going to get that statue or not. And remember, Odin had turned down the statue. And I'm like, oh, you can't help yourself, can you? You just can't help yourself. Sooner or later, you reveal yourself because Loki's the one that collects statues in this house. Loki is the one that's like, oh, statue. I could use one of those. That's not even a statue of you. But it could be. It could be. Get that statue. Ooh, I look sexy. That is literally not even you. Yes, it is. I'm every god. Get that statue. I'm hearing helpless calls of laughter back your side. No, I caught you, damn it. So, might have been a Loki trick all along. And I'm like relieved because I'm like, we were not getting along. It was like torture. I wasn't telling you guys, but it was like I was on a death march. I'm like, I'm just holding it together for the viewers. So, that's a relief to be able to tell you. It was so terrible. I hated it. I heard Becker, yeah, but I got you to work on your runes, didn't I? So, oh, good point. So, I don't know what happened. Maybe it was Odin, maybe it was Loki. I will never know the truth. This also explains why gods would seem to exist for a little bit and not this household, that's why. So, I think maybe someone has earned himself some chickens. And we will go out. I couldn't figure out why Odin was not letting me do anything at all. I mean, he was getting too extreme. I guess Loki got way too much into the role if it was Loki, because I was thinking about what do I do if I get a check this month, and I may or may not, whether the gods are with me or not. And I was thinking, well, I could put it away, I could get a little stuff for Yule, I could get provisions set up for winter. It's not gonna be huge, okay? It's not gonna be huge. But I'm thinking I could do all these little things. Cause like when I say Yule gifts, I mean one or two things. I was even willing to save the books for them, but it's kind of good that I've went through the books because I've realized Odin, and I'm just not an Odin's person, not even remotely. I don't have the Odin temperament. I have the Loki temperament. I have that spiteful temperament that casually goes like this every so often and wonders if I can curse the neighbor because that goddamn music's too loud again. I heard yay! And it's the Loki temperament because Odin's people would be faithful in watching this saga go on Facebook of a certain lost animal. And I'm like, you know what? Something happened here behind the scenes. I got that sense, and a witch should always trust your intuition. And frankly, I don't give two shits because I can see the replacement animal was already found. And I'm like, you know what? I don't give two shits now. I don't know what's going on. I don't need to know. All I know is I got a useless book that I'm not going to read. So, yeah. Um, I'm not an Odin's person. I don't know what made me think I ever would remotely be able to work with Odin other than if it was Loki. Loki can work illusions on you like nobody else. And it might sound cruel, but Loki will keep up a role for a couple years to get what he wants from you, and then he will merrily go on his way. He's a chaos deity in a sense. I don't know if I like chaos as a word for him, but he is that kind of go everywhere deity, do everything deity. So chaos, not in the sense of there's no pattern, because there's always a pattern. It's just he can go everywhere at once, which is actually the best explanation of Loki I've ever made. He just goes everywhere at once. It's amazing. He's like in 8 places at once. It's Loki. So, yeah, chicken. So, yeah, he's really broken up about not having a brother. I can see that right now. So, if you guys like what you see, yeah, I got that right. If you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. So, we all knew it would end with Odin. I just didn't know how it would end, and I'm like, this is actually such a relief because we were meant to be, and I don't think it's Odin was actually here and he's off somewhere crying, but I think it's just either Loki was doing something or Odin just wanted random stops and got enough random stops and he left. It feels like a weight is being lifted off of me. Maybe Loki needed to cosplay Odin. Your giggles to get stuff done. I know enough magical theory that I know if it's not working for Loki one way, he's going to go around the other way and do it because you're going to interact with that energy differently. So, again, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.